Well, I'll be fucking goddamn, yo. I'll be goddamned. I'm right here by a cider track here in the St. Henry Borough, Montreal, by the somewhat nice Lachine Canal, depending on the day, I guess. And about 2 times I went to look for this old car in my neighborhood, not too far away from my place there in Hochelaga, and fucking Christ, there it is. Son of a bitch. There's that fucking kind of stupid looking flat black Granada. Ford Granada, 1975 to, I don't know, it's for sale on Kijiji. I can't remember what fucking year it is. 75 to 77, I think. And, okay, the flat black I'm not crazy about, but the thing that's really fucking stupid about this car, I can't believe it, it's the fucking wheels that are on it. I mean, these wheels look like they should be on a Lamborghini or a Tesla or a fucking, almost any kind of modern car you can imagine. Fuck, even a Chrysler 300 that's from like 2005 and up, because it's such a timeless design. Look how nice this is, eh? Isn't this beautiful? Huh? C'est pas beautiful, ça, tabarnak? But again, because I'm not in the West Coast here, I can't exactly like pick and choose very much the cars that I want to film. So it is still a car that is 30 years old or almost, and so for me and for you lovers of old cars, it has a lot of historical significance and is also a survivor. Yeah, get a little more of a shot there. How about that? So the thing I'm wondering is that the guy, I seen this car a couple of times in my old hood, did the guy sell it because it was for sale on Kijiji? Did he sell it to somebody down here, or is he just visiting here? It's funny because this car reminds me of a couple of things. Oh, the interior is beautiful. Fuck, it has a floor shifter. What? It has a floor shifter. Holy fuck, that was optional. I don't like when people put these fucking gauges, and even where those cages are, like, it's fucking stupid. Because, I mean, anybody who's riding a shotgun there's a good chance he's gonna break them. Typical, kind of a, chameau there, like a camel type color. Well, one thing's for sure, it's pretty much ready for paint, eh? Something like that. Actually, I think now it's not even a surprise to see the car parked here, just because last year, the year before, I saw a Dodge Charger parked here, 71 to 74. See what I'm saying? Now, a couple other things this old Granada reminds me of. There was one, when I lived in NDG in 2006, I saw one a couple of times. I photographed it once. Same body style, about the same year as it was black. I don't know what color the inside was, though. And it was in great condition. It was all original. All original. It was an old man who owned it, I know, because one time I saw it drive by when I lived on Claremont with my brother. Or whatever, years later. And so, something's weird about that back plate, though. I don't know why it's hanging low like that. It's not supposed to be low like that. Of course, your fuel goes right here. Doesn't look like it closes properly, so yeah, that sounds real healthy there. And this car has had a water leakage problem. That's one of the biggest problems with old cars is water leaking inside. You can see right here, the chrome is missing over here, and the chrome is missing also here as well, which is funny because I saw an old car, a truck, and the same fucking thing, same story. All the chrome moldings were missing around the windshield. That's one of the biggest drawbacks to old cars. Never mind fuel consumption. It's really the the whole like water leaking inside thing. Unless of course you live in Arizona, New Mexico, and Southern California, and places like that where it almost never rains, it doesn't really fucking matter. Well, I still like this car, but really, I could think of a lot better wheels that look better on this thing. And I also want to finish by saying at this point that when I used to have a very good friend of mine, he was one of my best friends, Rene, before the guy fell off the fucking planet, which I don't want to go into. He had a 79 Monarch, and the Monarch was a Mercury version of this, which is a little fancier, but pretty much the same thing. And my brother needed a car, and Rene was from Thetford Mines, which is far, man, And so what happened was that, let's see what it looks like underneath. Well, I can't see from here. Anyway, look at that. See the chrome? See, there used to be chrome trim here. That's what I hate about fucking people today. And fuck you people, by the way. I know you can buy an old car and do whatever the fuck you want, but man, how many people repaint cars? They never bother to put the fucking chrome trims back on. Whether they're bolted on or they're glued on, they never fucking bother. I mean, it's fucking stupid, It really bugs me. Anyway, to go back to the story, so my brother needed a car, right? And anyway, so what happens? Renee's like, yeah, well, I'll sell you the Monarch for $400. He had to get rid of it. And so my brother and me were waiting at like 11:30 midnight for Renee to show up and bring the Monarch down from Thetford Mines. And he hadn't driven the car like, I don't know, in a few months or something like that. I think he had gotten another car. And so Renee shows up with the car. You hear the fucking thing, man. The exhaust is barely hanging on. Fucking loud like hell, waking up the neighbors probably. I mean, we were fucking laughing. We're like, holy shit, you know. My brother Jay, I think, had the car, seriously. He had that car 2 weeks before he sold it. He fucking hated it. Says the steering was really questionable. It was very, it was not a comfortable car. They're not comfortable cars, unfortunately. Suspension-wise, it's not great. The seats are better than suspension. I mean, even the thing like the fucking seatbelt was, it's like you would put the seatbelt on, and it felt as if the fucking seatbelt wanted to pull you into the seat, you know? Anyway, it was a nice looking old car. Hell, it was two-tone. It was black and gray. I enjoy cleaning it, you know? But, what are you gonna do? What's that? Oh, Camaro. He drove by before, this guy. Kind of fitting with my video, eh? Talking about the old school. Except that that Camaro and that Granada have a few things in common in terms of cheap quality, you know. So, holy shit! This video's gone on to almost 7 minutes. Well, I guess this is where I say goodbye. I'm gonna go back to train spotting. Bye bye.